Most of us has probably felt this way before. Everything around you seems to be going well, everything in its place, your loved ones are healthy and happy, and then it happens. Just when everything seems good, something gets in the way. The question is, what is it that is standing in the way of having all your dreams come true? Well, that is the question that we take on in this new book, Why Good People Do Bad Things, How to Stop Being Your Own Worst Enemy. The author is Debbie Ford. We're very happy to have her this morning. And I want to start off with a comment that very often self-help books like this start off by saying you need to avoid these bad things about you and focus on the good things about you. You do the opposite. You say embrace the fact that we all have good and bad, light and dark, strong and weak. And then you begin the profound process of healing. Why? Why start that way?
Well, I always say you can't put ice cream on top of toxic waste and think that, your life is going to go along well. I mean, our unworthiness, our shame, all of our fears, the incidents from our past are what shape us and give us our future. So if we have all of this past that we haven't digested, that we haven't allowed ourselves to accept and embrace and found the gifts of, then we will self-sabotage. It's inevitable.
And that is why you use the beach ball, right?
The beach ball. I use the beach ball effect to try to show people that, let's say something happens to you when you're 2 or 3, somebody calls you fatty. So that feels so painful, we suppress it. We have to do something to push it down because otherwise we have to wear that shame. Nobody wants to wear their shame. Or something happens where your father said you're not good enough. You push it down. All of a sudden, we have all these beach balls that we're managing in our unconscious. Most people aren't even aware of them. Then we eat over them, we drink over them, we do all these crazy things, and we wonder why all of a sudden we'll be driving down the street thinking we're having a good day, somebody cuts in front of us and we're like, we scream at them. And there's that old rage that was beneath the surface.
That pops up right out of the waters of what seemed like a still life.
Yeah, and it usually splashes not only us ourselves, but those around us.
So what is the key, Debbie? How do we get away with this? What's the first step?
Well, the first step is finding out what your beach balls are. What are you suppressing? Is it your anger? And it's really, Chris, anything that we don't want to be, anything that we feel like, I'm bad, I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable. These are collective, universal, feelings that people have. And for some reason, we're trying to tell humans that to be a good person is to only have these particular amount of qualities when really we have them all.
Now, there's a lot in this book, but a couple of things that I think are interesting is first that you give masks, you give names to the masks, the victim, the jokester, about how we try to hide from our true selves, right?
Exactly. The minute we had decided that there's something wrong with us, which most of us have, we try to figure out how are we going to fit in, how are we going to belong, how are we going to be loved, and how do we do it? We create this persona. If I was standing up, I'd start turning around, showing you how I would wrap myself up, to be the good girl, maybe, or the overachiever, the intellect.
And this is not one of those books where you have to figure it out for yourself. You actually have a quiz in here. You allow people to take themselves through it, figure out almost a checklist to figure out what they need to do and what they don't need to do. Debbie, it's very interesting. It really wasn't interesting. You see it's all marked up. Hopefully it works for me. Debbie Ford, thank you very much. The book is called Why Good People Do Bad Things. It's out in bookstores tomorrow. You can find an excerpt of it online at abcnews.com. Now, when we come back, the Olympics of pizza. Need I say more? You will meet America's high flyers when we come back. I hope I can eat that. That's the big question of the morning. Can I eat it? Maybe not that much.
An all-new